Hello everyone, welcome back for part 3 of the series. I'm Bunnage Pro, and I hope you're going to enjoy this. We're going to learn how to do animals. So, follow along the best you can, and let me show you what I have clicked. I have events already clicked, and when you have the events clicked, you get this grid. Now this grid, I can click anywhere on it, and it comes up with a square, which you can see our spawn point right there too, but you can move this S spawn point anywhere you want. But anyways, let's get going with making some animals. So we're going to go ahead and right click, new event, and what we're going to go ahead and do, we're just going to now basically what this is all about, so you got the name up here, and you can choose any kind of name that you wish to see for any of your events, and I recommend you actually do choose a name. Some people make doors and things, and you want to know what door is what, so you give it a name. Now for this area right here, I will show you in the next video, and so don't worry about this. And don't worry about this too. This is all going to be covered in the next video. Now, right here, this little box, this one right here, and this one, that is all I'm going to cover for this tutorial, which is going to make animals come to life. If you want people to do things like that too, you can do people if you wish. Now this one, I'm going to just go ahead and leave the same because we're just making animals, and animals don't need action, any action going on with them really. Like they don't need any of these. I'm just gonna keep it on default action button, which don't worry about the action button. You can't click the animal in the first place, so don't worry. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna be making a bird, so I'm gonna go ahead and click graphic. I'm gonna double click it. Now, as you can see, you get all kinds of crazy looking dudes, which there's just insanely a lot, and I'm just going to show you a few things first. Now when you look at these, this is basically how these are laid out. So right here, he is standing straight, and now his right foot is out and his back foot is way behind him. Now straight again when their legs are touching close, and now his left foot is out and his right foot is back. And now that is basically the same thing all the way across. But the thing is, when you make players respawn and you want them to be facing a right direction, like the direction that you wish him to be looking at right when he respawns, you just click down here and just figure out what direction you want him to be facing. Right when you click OK, you see him, he's facing that way. So when I click apply and OK, you see my little guy is facing this way right when I play the game. But we're not making characters right now. We're going all the way down to small and animals, which I'm going to go ahead and click small 06, and this is a bird, and I'm just going to go ahead and click this guy right here. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Now here's our bird, and when you have birds, and I recommend you always keep in mind, birds are always going to be on top. They're not going to go like underneath the tree. They're not going to go underneath the bridge. They're going to be on top for this kind of game. So I'm going to show you what to do. So we got the graphic already set. Now we're going to go down to the options. Now for the options, you see like move animation. So this makes him flap his wings, and it's gonna go to to picture to picture, making him flap his wings, like just like what I was saying with the walking, is moving his legs out and in. Anyways, so the bird, he's flapping his wings. So you always want to keep that on. And right now we're gonna make him go through. So what that means is if I make him respawn right now, and the player walks up to him, he's not going to have a collision, so the player can walk right through him basically. So that's good. You always want to keep through on, and then always on top. Now what's that's gonna do? It's gonna make the bird be on top of the player, make him fly around above the trees, above everything, so it makes the bird look realistic. Now anyways, so when the player walks underneath him, the bird will be above the player. That's the main thing you want. And when he's through, that means the player can walk underneath him. But if you don't have that selected, the player is going to hit the bird and it's going to look really funky, and you don't want that to happen. So always keep in mind through, always on top when it's birds. Now we want to go to this right here on this section. For type, it's set at fixed right now, which that means when I start this, that bird is not going to be doing anything. It's just going to be set as a default and just stay still. Which, if you click the down box, you can see random, approach, custom. Which first I'm going to show you what random is. Now with random, he's going to be like a bird on drugs. He's going to go right, up, left, you name it. He's going to go in every direction imaginable. So that'll be random for you. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what speed is. Now speed is very nice because say if you're making a time game and you hit a switch and you want time to slow down and make everything slow in your map, you're going to click slowest. That means that creature is going to be moving very slow when he's flapping his wings. He's going to be like a very old bird flying across. Which I recommend if you're doing a time game, yeah, just mess around with fastest and slowest. But for birds, for this kind of guy, we're going to go slow. That means like medium speed. He's not going too fast, he's not going too slow, and that's going to be just right for the bird. And fastest, yes, just as it says, it's going to go like a bird, like Superman. He's going to be like flying right across like no other. But we're going to go slow, just a steady, easy pace. Now, frequent. Sorry if I can't really say that right. Now for birds, you definitely want on highest, and just show you what lowest and low is. That is basically when, like say if I set it on low, basically it's going to make the bird like start moving, and then the bird's going to stop, move, stop, move. It's kind of like a guard at a castle. The guard kind of looks around and moves around on his post, and he kind of halts, move again. It's kind of like Zelda for you when you kind of go into the castle area. You can see these guards like moving around and yes, sneak around the bushes. It's very useful for things like that, little tricks which you can easily do, and it's really fun to do. Which for the bird, we're going to go for highest, so he will continue moving and he's not going to stop at all. He's just going to be flying like casual. So this is what you're going to want, and make sure you have through and always on top selected. Click apply. You just double check. Now when you click OK, I'm going to go ahead and click the bird, and I'm going to click Ctrl Z, and then I'm going to click a different point, Ctrl V, to make the bird duplicate into a different location. So now I have two druggy birds flying around. Now you can see that my birds are alive, and you can see how they quickly change their direction, which is kind of okay, but kind of want to set a little path for the birds, so it won't look like the bird is like seriously on drugs, going flip-flop. Like he would be going straight and he turns around like doing a 180 pretty quickly. That doesn't look too good. So I kind of recommend that you just look into that and figure out what you like to do. With me, I'm going to go ahead and keep the two druggy birds right there, and I'm going to click this point, and I'm going to click Control V because I already clicked Control C, duplicated that guy, and Control V to paste it right there. And probably gonna I'm gonna go ahead and move him right there. And what this guy is gonna do, he's gonna go down on a path, he's gonna move sideways along with the bridge, and he's gonna go up, and he's gonna go back to this point. But you can go and choose any kind of path you like, make them go around. It's just I'm going to choose something very easy and very simple for this lesson. So yet again, I double clicked him. Now, as you saw before, we don't want a druggy bird, so what we're going to do is for type, we're going to go to custom, and when you click custom, you see move route pops up, and this is how you set your route. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Now, you're going to see all these. Don't freak out, I'm going to break it down for you. This is your order basically for these. So when I click one, it's going to put it right here, and this guy is going to do that action. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start popping some in. So when you see move down, this guy, he's going to move down a square. So every time you click one of these, he's moving a square. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make him go down 3 squares. So that's 3 right there. So 1, 2, 3. Just like what I said, I want him to follow along. So he's on this 3rd square. So I gotta go and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I gotta go 9 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now there's 9 of these. I know it might look a lot and very confusing, but it makes sense. The bird is just going to go down like this and all the way right here. So please don't freak out. So since we got that basic movement and we're just doing a square, so we got to redo this in the opposite fashion. So basically, I moved him down 3, so I got to make him move back up 3. Whoops. Hold on. It's making a little mistake right there. Kind of messed up. Give me one little sec. Let me fix that error. Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure it was still good. So anyways, as you see, he moved down 3, and then he moved left to the he moved left 9 spaces, and then he went up 3. So I'm just making this the opposite way. So down 3, that means up 3 right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click this guy right here, and then I want to make him go down. I'm going to go directly to the right. So alright, so now there's 9 of these. So right now as it is, he's going to be repeating this action every time, which I think that should be good. I want to go ahead and click OK. And just show you real quick, options, you have repeat action. Now repeat action, it's basically if you check it off, he's only going to do that route 1 time. Now if I click it, that means he's going to repeat that action. He's going to repeat that route every time. So he's going to repeat it. I'm going to click apply, just to make sure everything's good for this bird. And I'm going to go ahead and click start to test the game. Now you can see him following it, and that is just what we want. See, he's following the path, and here we go. Just got to make sure you count how many squares he moves correctly, because you don't want him going off the track and like doing different stuff with your path. Anyways, those are the birds, and those are the only birds I'm going to have, and I'm going to go ahead and copy this guy right here, this bird right here. I'm going to go up right here, V, and then I want to double click him. I'm going to click graphic, and I'm going to slide down to small 11, and there's a butterfly. You can see if you want him to look different, but I'm just going to have him like that. But you can change the color of the butterfly just to show you. Which I'm going to keep mine as yellow. I can make him pink, I can make him blue. You can do anything that you wish. Just keep that in mind. That makes your players look different. So if you have a villager or any kind of thing, you can change what that villager looks like. So you can make him look like a zombie or someone from a different place, different hairstyle, any kind of thing. But I'm just going to go ahead and keep them the same as default. Click OK. Now I see my butterfly, and for this butterfly I am going to actually make his speed a little bit slower because you don't want him to be moving around just like the birds. So the speed is slower than the birds. Always on top, which for me, I'm going to go ahead and keep it always on top, so when that guy is flying around, which I can make him go underneath the tree and go around and stuff. I just want it where when the player goes up to the butterfly is not going to get stomped on like the butterfly effect, like that one movie. You don't want the butterfly to get stepped on, you want him to continue moving around. So I'm always going to click through because I don't want any collisions with this guy. Always on top. I'm going to click apply. And keep in mind, when this butterfly moves around, he's going to be on top of the trees, he's going to be climbing stuff, which that's okay because we're going to do another butterfly down here and he's going to go underneath the tree and do all kinds of crazy things, and I'll show you how everything is going to work together. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the butterfly, Ctrl C, and I'm going to click right here, Ctrl V, and you see the butterfly again. Now this is the exact same butterfly that we just did, and it's just a copy of the version. But this one for the type, we're going to do a custom route, and what we're going to make him do is go up to, and he's going to go over to, and well, yeah, he's going to go over to, and he's going to go like that. He's going to go in a square version. So he's going to go up to, and he's going to go left to, he's going to go down to, he's going to go right to. Now he's going to repeat that action. Now if I click OK as it is, and always on top is click still, he's going to be climbing the tree and he's not going to go around anything. He's going to look really unrealistic. So what I want to do is unclick that, and now when through is clicked, he can actually go through the branches, make it look like he's going underneath, and like this right here, it's not going to stop him. He's going to be like doing his own little free thing, and when the character's running along, he's not going to be taking a step down off of this cliff. So this illusion effect looks so good because the player can't go down there, and it looks like he's going underneath the tree and all kinds of cool stuff. So make sure the through is on, the move route is set, make sure your butterfly is slower, and click apply and OK. Now we're going to test this out. Enter. Now as you see, the butterfly is moving around underneath the tree, and this guy, he's moving all around. This one's going underneath. Now this guy right here, he's going to be kind of interactive. He's going to be climbing up the hill, he's going to be climbing all around, and he might be going down here for the player to just run by, but it just makes the map look more alive when the animals are free. You see the birds, like this one's covering up these guys moving rapidly. This player is going to notice this one a little bit more, and not this one changing all the time. It just looks more realistic and more as alive. The last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little rabbit right here, and he's going to be moving around, hopping around, and he's going to be set at random, and he's going to be solid. And that'll be the last thing we'll do for this tutorial. So I'm going to go ahead and right click right there, new event, graphic. I'm going to go ahead and find a rabbit. So, well, there's a squirrel. I can easily do a squirrel if I want to. But I'm going to do a rabbit. I like rabbits, so I'm going to do a rabbit. I'm going to do that one right there. Now you see how the rabbit is going to be jumping around, and you can easily do a more detailed rabbit if you really want to. Which I can show you how to do, like him making that little jumping sequence, which is very easy to do. We're just gonna have to make him come more alive, but that'll be in a different tutorial. He's just gonna be like walking around, and he's gonna look fine still. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what that will all look like. Alright, let's go ahead and begin. So for a rabbit, let's probably click slower maybe. You don't want him moving around as fast. I think high would be a perfect speed for him. Don't click on through, don't click always on top, because this rabbit he's going to be solid because you don't want the player stomping on him, and you don't want to see the rabbit on top of the player's head. So we're going to keep him the same as it is, and we're going to make him move at random. So yet again, you got to go through this and see what you like. You don't want your rabbit looking pretty funky. Which you can see, he just did a little hop. Which you can make him go faster. Which, if I click on him right now, probably going to click slow. So when he does that action, he will look pretty good. He's just moving around pretty quick now. He's walking. So yet again, that's why you just want to go through speed and frequent quite a bit, because you never know what's lying inside of them. Yeah, it's just pretty odd because you can see the rabbit moving different ways. That's why I'm telling you, just figure out what you like better. Now the rabbit's hopping around, he's looking pretty good. Sounds fast, but it's okay. And you can see he's solid. I can't walk through him. So he looks like a real rabbit. It's interactive. That's cool. So this map is complete now, and for the next tutorial I'm going to show you how to make it where when the player walks right here, he's going to go into a different map. So it's going to be boom, he transfers to a different map, and I'm going to show you how to do chess, and I'm going to be doing all kinds of more stuff in the events to make you understand that stuff. I'm going to break it down to a nicer way for you. Now, I hope you enjoyed watching part 3. Please tune in next time for the chess and doors opening and crazy cool things happening. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this so far. So please tune in next time.